Hi, I'm Christy Lynn, and I am on a journey to become the healthiest version of myself. Um, for the past few years, I have felt this impending sense of urgency to finally get healthy. I feel that if I don't make some big changes right now, I'm not going to age well at all. So I'm 39. I'm about 167 pounds, 5'6". I'm not super overweight, but I do have some weight I need to lose in order to be the healthiest version of myself. Um, I am pre-diabetic pretty much always. I've had 4 kids, and each pregnancy I have had gestational diabetes with that. Um, so my body is just not handling carbs well, sugars well, and not even just that. Our SAD diet, our standard American diet, is just horrible. I've been studying nutrition for over 10 years, just kind of on my own, and I'm really convinced that I want to eat a little bit better. I've learned all sorts of different diets and ideas that I want to put into practice and kind of make myself the guinea pig. So this is my season of kind of putting together everything that I know to be true and putting it together into practice and seeing if I can do a little bit better on my health. My last 2 babies have had food allergies. My current baby has probably 3 to 5 different allergies. And so being on this with the gestational diabetes every pregnancy, and then the allergies when I'm nursing, having to restrict my food, and then, having to watch my blood sugar, all this different stuff, it's actually been really difficult to not develop, well, let's just say the truth. I developed some food issues as well. So I have gotten to the point where sometimes I will even take a bite of something and start crying. Because it's become this emotional thing for me. With all of these things, that one bite of something, whatever it is, isn't just about what I'm eating at that moment, but it's representing this huge struggle that I have had. So sometimes there's that huge emotional connection um, to what I'm eating. So, of course, health isn't just about how much fat you have on your body. It's about how healthy you are on the inside as well. And inside physically, you may have somebody who is overweight, but they are eating healthier foods, and somebody who does not have as much fat on their bodies, but they just happen to have a faster metabolism, and they're putting a bunch of junk in their bodies. And you might think that the person who's overweight is more unhealthy, but what we put into our bodies is important. And we might have a nice looking car on the outside, but what's under the hood is failing. So health is not just about what we look like on the outside, it's about how things are going on the inside. And it's also how we're doing mentally and spiritually and emotionally. Everything is tied together. And that's why a lot of times, we go on these diets and we're trying to lose weight in a specific time period. And, we're thinking, oh, okay, we're seeing the scale go down. I'm fitting into smaller pants. This is great. I'm getting healthy. But health isn't just about the fat on your body, right? Like you could become, sometimes, when we diet, we are actually trying to have some sort of control in our lives. And sometimes we get hyper focused on the weight, what we eat, what we're exercising, and that can become a bad thing as well. It can be also a sign of not being healthy mentally and emotionally and spiritually. We're a whole person. We're not just about the foods that we put in our mouth. If we are not healthy mentally and emotionally and spiritually, then we can't be the healthiest version of ourselves. It's all a complete package. If you have an emotional attachment to food, then dieting is going to be very, very difficult for you. And even just not even just about dieting, but just making better choices. It's a whole complete package. I also believe in not just a restrictive diet, like not just changing the foods that we don't eat, but I believe in doing an inclusion and exclusion pair. And I'll be talking about that more. My goal here is to do a video every morning to kind of keep my mind in the right mindset and kind of like verbally just kind of process everything that I'm going through. I have found when I was doing some journaling, just kind of like a brain dump every morning, that it really helped me to process everything I was doing, kind of get it all out, kind of set my mind straight for the day, and then also to not be a burden on people around me, so it's not something that I just need to talk about myself all the time. So I think that doing some videos in the morning is really going to be helpful. I'm not doing this for followers or for likes or subscribes or anything like that. I'm just doing it. I'm going to put out there, make it public, so I have some sort of accountability, because somebody might someday watch this. But other than that, I'm not trying to create a new business or whatever, or a new blog or anything like that. I'm just trying to find a medium to be real and honest and process these. So what I'm going to try to do is just pick one small thing that I can accomplish. I know better. I've done all sorts of diets and plans over my life, and I know that we can't just say, okay, I'm going to do this 100% exclusion thing starting from now forever, or for 30 days or whatever. It's tough. I want lasting change. I want to be a healthier person, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. So I'm going to pick one small thing that I can improve that moves me towards my goal, and then implement that. And then when I feel like I'm able to handle another thing, I'm going to add another thing. So today's thing is water. So like I said, I believe in inclusion and exclusion when we're talking about our diet. So we want to exclude the things that are not good for us, and we want to include the things that are good for us. And we need to have that balance in order to be healthy. It's not enough to just say, I'm never going to eat junk food, and then you just eat like potatoes and broccoli for the rest of your life, which, isn't too bad, but but you're going to be missing out on some nutrients. And we want to include some nutrients as well. So one small thing I can do, I know this from experience, is I can start focusing on drinking more water. It's something very simple to do, something that has a big impact in a short period of time. It affects your hunger. So when you're drinking a good amount of water every day, you're not as hungry. You're flushing out the toxins in your body. It helps you not be constipated, which is going to help your belly go down. A lot of times, you think you're losing weight, and you should be losing weight, but your tummy isn't going down, and it's kind of discouraging. And a lot of times that's just because things are backed up. If you're not drinking enough water, things aren't going through. So all sorts of different things. Water can affect your mood psychologically as well. In fact, that's what I wanted to talk about today. So I have this Starbucks cup. I have a love-hate relationship with caffeine, which we'll talk about more later. Caffeine is a horrible toxin to put in our bodies, and for me, I have had some caffeine abuse over my life, and so I have some additional side effects from caffeine. So I love my Starbucks bottle. I got this. This has been amazing. So if you're joining me with one tip every once in a while to kind of move yourself towards a healthier version of yourself, this is kind of tip number one. Find a water bottle that you like. It can be just a splurge item, just something that you think you will drink out of all the time, something that gets you excited about drinking water. I love this. It makes me feel like I have my little Starbucks drink. I can do some mix-ins, which I'll probably talk about next time. And just the psychological aspect of looking at it. It's shiny. It makes me feel healthy and alive. I like to put ice in my water. And that's kind of like a splurge item for me, but it helps me drink more water. So I'm going to pair this with activities. I get up every morning. So every morning I'm going to fill up my water bottle. I'm not going to go crazy about how many ounces I drink in a day. I have experience knowing that if I drink 3 of these in a day, I'm doing pretty good. I could probably do 4, but once you hit a certain amount, it really doesn't matter if you do more than that. In fact, you could actually drink too much water, but you'd have to be pretty extreme for that. So you want to make sure you're drinking enough water. But once you get to a good level of hydration, it really doesn't matter if you're doing a bunch more than that or not. You just I'm just going to aim for this. I think this is a 24-ounce bottle. I'm aiming for 3 of these because that's what I've done in the past, and it's worked really great. So I'm going to pair it with activities I already do. So when I wake up in the morning, fill my water bottle. When I eat lunch, fill up my water bottle. And then when I eat dinner, fill up my water bottle. So I'm going to try to shoot and then to finish that before the next time. So when I have lunch, if I have anything left, I'm just going to chug it. And then I'll fill it again. So pairing your habit with something that you already do is a really good way to make sure that becomes a new habit. So here's a drink in our water. If you're joining me, find a water bottle that you really love, pair it with an activity that you already are doing, that you can build that habit with, and let's get drinking our water.